who else have we got there? Zane Goddard. Oh, big crash.
Tommy Grech has gone in hard on the right-hand side. He's okay. And there's a very big crowd of people in that part of the racetrack. A lot of school kids. And the oldest driver in our field has brought out the red flag with big damage to the right-hand side.
Looking by the angle there, fortunately, Tom's okay. His father, Jeff Grech, is here, so he'll be relieved to see him get out, and he looks fine. Maybe just lost the rear over that, maybe a bit too much curb on the way in, and perhaps that spun the car around and he's hit driver's right. Heavy contact with the right rear and the front right-hand side there.
That's
big damage.
You can see the tyre marks at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's gone in right front and flicked the nose cone back onto the racetrack. That's a big hit. Good news is Tom's out of the car, walking away. He's got that Jorge Lorenzo looking helmet. He's done so much with IQ Option to get this deal together. Even though he has a dad with great history in Australian motors, but it's all his operation. He does all this himself.
Yeah, he's a ripper guy. I really feel for him. Look at him there, just leaning on the wall. IQ Option launching in Australia this year through Tom. So they flew out from Europe to shoot a TV commercial using the car. Great to see a new company really activating here in Australia and choosing Tom and F4 to launch the product. But that's a real shame. So, look, that'll be a struggle to get ready for qualifying in 2.5 hours' time, to be honest. So, AGI will get to it.
Okay, let's figure out what happened to Tom Grech. Back chicane is where it's at. Oh, back end steps around on the curbs. Oh, that's a huge hit. Goodness me, that went in hard.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, Chad. That's he's okay, but let's see. So he just lost it on the rear, didn't he? Oh. So he maybe just used a bit too much curb on the way in, and when the car's landed, it's got airborne landed. So let's have a look. It's the initial curb here that picks the car up in the air. See that? So as he does that, when it lands, it looks like the rear of the car just steps out. He gets the correction on. Look, full opposite lock. He's looking through the corner where he wants the car to go, but just too much angle, too much rotation from the rear of the car when the car landed off the curb. So that was probably the curb limit, how much curb you can use. When a Formula car gets lights, it loses all its downforce, and the rear stepped out, and this is heavy contact. So goes to show the Hans device. It's a carbon fibre monocoque car, but look at the air. Nose box comes completely off the car, and that's to the Miguel chassis that he's just walked out. Big impact.
Yeah, look at the right rear suspension components as well, creased up in half. Thankfully, that's all the stuff that's easily replaced. It's whether or not the core of the car itself has been badly hurt, and that will be the big difference between can they get this thing back out. But they do have a spare tub, don't they, Miguel? They bring one to every round, so... Yeah,
they certainly do. Spare tub, and while you can't necessarily roll out a new car, let's have a look at real speed.
Wowzers, that went in hard.
I hate hearing that. I can tell you now, Chad, and I'm not a mechanic or an engineer, but there is no way that car will be getting out for qualifying.